Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Protego! Lumos! That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Brother just started at Hogwarts as a Gryffindor. Thought for certain he'd be Slytherin, cunning as he is.
This is my sister's first year at Hogwarts. Every time she pretends not to see me in the halls, I cast at her with the trip jinx.
My entire family's been sorted into Hufflepuff. Except for me, that is. Makes sense. Not one for hard work, if I'm honest.
Revelio!
I hadn't met any of my cousins until I came to Hogwarts.
Oh, my mother makes the most delicious Alahotsy fudge every Christmas. Can barely fit into my school robes when it's time to come back.
Revelio!
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio! Revelio. 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 Lumos. Revelio. Revelio.
headmaster hates everyone who isn't a pure-blood Slytherin.
Hogwarts hasn't been the same since Black.
Revelio.
Lucky for us, we have Professor Weasley.
Do you suppose Black's children are as condescending and ill-tempered as he is?
What was the Ministry thinking, putting Black in charge of a bunch of children? He hates children.
Does Professor Black have children of his own? Poor things if he does.
I wish there was something I could do to stand up to the headmaster. Likely best to keep my head down till I finish up here.
Revelio. 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 Lumos. Protego! Revelio.
Might as well be surrounded by Jarvies.
Revelio.
That young'un's now a teacher herself. It's a wonder she's not gobbled up by her own fanged geranium.
Revelio.
Bit of snot on your nose. Thought you'd want to know.
Revelio.
Everyone falls off their broom at least once. You just have to get back on.
Can't wait till I'm old enough to activate. No more falling off brooms.
I was going to try out.
Revelio. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Revelio.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Accio!
Splendid! Excellent control there. Very good. Not to worry. Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp. There we go.
Accio!
That's it!
Here we go! Yes! Aha! Well done. Watch this. That is how it's done.
Accio!
A perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. There we go.
Accio!
Very good.
Let us see this. Nicely done. Here we go. That is how it's done.
Splendid! Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
nice
And
to
then
see
the
you, my
werewolves
young
joined the
friend.
goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Revelio.
Why would I want to hear what you're good at?
Defense against the dark arts can be intimidating, but Professor Hecat actually makes it seem manageable.
Oh, I remember that day. Yes, in Greenhouse 3.
Yes. We've hidden a bucket of leaky toadstools over at the far end.
Yes, I do recall now. And Professor Garlick knocked it over and we ran out.
I got told off for that.
Well, I did say to distract her by asking how to handle flesh-eating slugs.
Well, I was mildly distracted by the shuffling of the mandrakes, I do believe. Do you recall that part too?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. The toad
Accio.
was more than proving and was popping into the mandrake pots.
Tell you what, I'll forget the whole thing if you can spot me some sneezewort and scurvy grass.
You after making a befuddlement draft?
Yes, there's a third year who keeps enchanting my quill to go up my nose. Time he learned who's in charge here.
Well, it's not you. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, that's rotten to enchant your quill. How foul.
Plus, it's an old quill. Clearly has feathers of some horrible bird that had no pride. Very painful up a nostril, I can tell you.
Fair enough. I'll trade you sneezewort and scurvy grass in exchange for letting bygones be bygones. Friends?
Always. And don't be stingy on the sneezewort.
Revelio.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.